What's up, ladies? So I'm going to show you this visual that completely changed the way that I ate. The second I saw this, it was just like mind-blowing, and I was able to let myself enjoy life rather than think of food as a punishment or I'm letting go of my diet. It really did change a lot about how I looked at my food. This is also going to answer some of the things where you look at people and you're like, how are they eating that and they look like that? I'm going to show you this visual so that hopefully you will experience the same light bulb effect and really just start to enjoy life with also reaching your goals. I've got a little jar here. Now, this jar is going to represent your body, and there's a certain amount of calories that your body needs to, 1, survive, 2, lose weight, 3, even gain muscle if that's what you're wanting to do. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of visual on how you're eating and how it's affecting your body. So we don't ever start out completely empty. So I'm going to go ahead and use some rice. And I'm going to pour it all over my counter. I knew this was going to be a messy example, but it's really that important that I don't even care. All right, so we don't ever start out completely empty. So let's say every morning you start out with this much in your system. That could be a little bit left over from last night's dinner. It could just be that's your bare minimum, okay? And then you have breakfast. So then we're gonna dump a little bit more in there, okay? And then you get going. Maybe you're walking to work. Maybe you take the stairs to work. So then you use a little bit of your calories and it goes back out. Okay, kind of see where I'm going with this? All right, so then lunch comes around and you go out for your company lunch and you go to this burger place that has the best fries and you can't pass up on the fries. So you have some fries, you know what, and you and your girlfriends order a milkshake because it's work lunch and work's paying for it, okay? As we're going, it's starting to fill up. It doesn't matter as much as what you eat as much as how much you're eating. So don't think of food as, oh, I can't have those fries, I'm going to instantly gain weight. You're putting fuel into your body, okay? So then, at work, there's the candy jar. You have Snickers out of that candy jar, right? You maybe have a soda at 2:30 to pick you up because Karen's driving you crazy and you need some caffeine. So then it's the end of the workday, and you have filled up your cup, your body this much because that day it had a little bit more calories than normal, all right? But at the end of workday, it's now gym time. And you have a little bit before you have to go pick up the kids. So you're gonna go to the gym and it's leg day. So you really bust your ass and you burn some calories. Then you're feeling awesome, you're feeling yourself. You maybe even do a little bit of cardio, all right? We're kind of back to where like lunch was. You go pick up your kids and you have to feed your kids the after school snack. You decide, oh, that chicken nugget looks good. Oh, I'm gonna have a little bit of their gummies, whatever you feed them. All right, maybe you have a little snack with them. But then you go to the park and you walk around and play with the kids. But then dinner comes and your husband wants spaghetti. So you have some spaghetti, and spaghetti has a lot of calories because you have to have a lot of noodles because noodles are yummy, right? At some point, there's a level that is just below your body and what it needs to lose weight. If you are below that, you will lose weight. Simple as that, okay? You will lose weight if you are in a calorie deficit. And this is a visual of what that calorie deficit means. So let's say maybe the top of this rim was my calorie deficit. If I ended the end of the day at that, then it's a win. We're good. I don't care if you had spaghetti or fries or a milkshake. Calorie deficit. Now those calories that you chose maybe aren't going to be the best to put shape on your body. It's not really muscle building food, but you're in a calorie deficit. Do not punish yourself because you have fries and a milkshake and spaghetti. If you end up in a calorie deficit, I'm gonna say it one more time. If you end up in a calorie deficit, you will be okay, okay? So one day was a win. Now, this one had spaghetti in it and fries in it. Let me also give you some other examples, okay? So let's say this is Monday. Monday, we did legs. Now it's a new day and it's Tuesday. Again, we don't ever start completely empty, so let me just start off with something in here. Now, you're gonna beat yourself up because you've had all of that stuff on Monday. So you decide to only have coffee for breakfast. Also, are really down on yourself. You're not feeling like walking to work, you drive to work, and you maybe have a protein bar on the way to work. Lunch comes and you have a salad. And then you skip the soda in the afternoon, but you pick up the kids and you have some more of their treats. Maybe Tuesday's your rest day, so you don't work out. Dinner, you have some dinner, but you really beat yourself up, okay? And by the time dinner comes around, you are so mad, you're starving, you're angry at yourself, and you say, you know what, screw it, I'm having a glass of wine. You know what, also, that dessert looks good. And then at the end of the day, because you beat yourself up, you starved yourself, notice where we are. Now imagine that I go over everything that just fell on this tray, now leads into Wednesday. Because you keep beating yourself up, you're gonna go over to the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and it's just going to keep overflowing. So what I don't want you to do is completely starve yourself on one day. Yeah, you're in a calorie deficit. Yay, you're going to lose weight. You're also going to get burnout. You're going to be hungry all the time. Now, we grew up thinking this is how we have to feel to lose weight. Losing weight is miserable. I have to be starving all the time. I have to be angry. I have to hate life. That's kind of what we grew up with. That is going to lead to days like this. And those days carry over to the next day, and they carry over to the next day, and that's why you're not losing weight. Now, even if you do it in moderation, okay? Let's say you are barely under, let's say this is your calorie deficit, Monday through Friday, okay? Then on the weekend, you go, I deserve something. I have been working my ass off. I lost a couple pounds on the scale. Let's celebrate. Now, I agree. You do deserve to celebrate, but you need to be mindful of your celebration, because if your celebration does the overflow, it's going to overflow and take away all those calorie deficits, and it's going to undo all of your hard work. I think this is probably one of the hardest things I had to learn, is because I grew up all or nothing, okay? Oreos, you always hear me talk about Oreos. I absolutely love Oreos, but growing up, it was never just a couple. I didn't learn moderation until my early 20s. Mid-20s most likely. Not early 20s. I did not do anything in moderation in the early 20s. But I would eat like a sleeve of Oreos. And ice cream, if that was in the house, I would eat like a big bowl of ice cream. It's kind of our American way that we do everything big and a lot of it. So as growing as an adult, it's hard to let go of that, because especially, I actually talked to a client the other day, cereal. Have you ever measured out a serving of cereal? Like, you're gonna look at your bowl and go, that is pathetic. I'm supposed to eat that? That is because we grew up pouring how much cereal we want, and we just grew up and like that was our serving size. So like now as an adult, when you're learning moderation and you're pouring a serving size, you're like, it's almost depressing. You're like, all of this time I have been overeating. No wonder I'm unhappy and overweight as an adult, because these habits that I grew up with are overfilling, no pun intended, into my adult life. All right. So the thing that really helped me is visualizing this and visualizing my whole week. I actually ran out of rice. So we're all gonna have to really use our imagination. But imagine you have your whole week lined out, okay? You have 7 jars and you're slightly under, maybe slightly over. You had a work party, slightly under, maybe really under because it was a very active day. You were very busy, and then the next day, not as empty. So you can see that, yes, you are gonna do this little over, under, but what matters is at the end of the week. Think of like the end of the week as a big jar, and to be here, you have to lose weight. If you end up there at the end of the week, you will lose weight at the end of the week. And I'm talking like end of the week Sunday. Girls, we're not like, don't cut it off at Friday and Saturday's calories don't count. The drinks with the girls on Saturday does count. You just need to be mindful of what you've done all of that week. And if you're active, now notice I'm saying active too. I'm not saying in the gym working out, but you're active. That is going to take away the rice and give you a calorie deficit. Walking to your car, parking in the back of the parking lot, taking the stairs, taking the kids to the park, going on a walk with your husband at the end of the night, going to the gym, lifting, moving is going to put you in a calorie deficit. Make sure that you take advantage of my free program. You can head over to tfltrainer.com. You can find Allie Smith Figure on Facebook. But ladies, I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions and keep working at it.